Mrs. Prasad Rao, Mrs. Prasad Rao, Dr. Uday, all the well-wishers of Dr. T.S.R. Prasad Rao who are present today. Dr. Prasad Rao was undoubtedly a towering personality, if measured by the level of his vast knowledge and long string of accomplishments concerning catalysis and other areas which have been mentioned today. But at the same time, a very humble and modest human being to interact and connect with. This is the very reason that I dare to stand up before the august gathering of today to reminisce my interactions with him, also emboldened by the warmth he always exuded whenever we interacted, either in person or any other manner. The first meeting with him has always been a moment to cherish for me. In 1985-86, I was asked by my process divisional head to go and meet him, an expert in catalysis, at the IPCL's R&D center in Baroda, to learn from him about the developments being done on catalytic reforming and other aromatic catalysts as part of the joint technology development program which was put in place by Dr. S. Ganguly, who was a common chairman of EIL and IPCL at that time. The purpose was to assess the development completed by IPCL till then and showcase EIL's readiness and capability to perform reactor and complete unit design and engineering based on the catalyst steel and other performance parameters. As I was standing outside his cabin, having reached the IPCL Baroda R&D center, trying to catch his attention to know when it would be appropriate for me to enter in. Such was the persona that Dr. Prasad had. I couldn't muster up the courage to enter his cabin directly. So he gestures warmly to come in. Hey, young man, you no need to stand out and wait outside. Just walk in. This warmth of his addressing me remained the hallmark of our relationship, and it became more personal later on to, hey Ajay, how are you doing? And what's new at your end? Not only did EIL and IPCL have a very successful association on all the catalytic aromatic processes covering reforming, isomerization and transalkylation during his tenure at IPCL and thereafter, there were commercial designs also implemented involving replacement of imported catalysts with IPCL developed versions in IPCL's own units, closely meeting or matching the performance of the imported catalyst. After IPCL, he continued and further strengthened his association with oil and gas and petroleum industry, as has been said by everyone, when he took up the reins of IIP as its director. There were several key areas where he contributed immensely, which others have mentioned, and the EIL IIP joint portfolio of technology offerings also became much stronger during his tenure over there. It was, however, after his retirement and during my stint as director on EIL's board that our bond really became stronger. The Lavraj Kumar Memorial Trust became an additional meeting ground for our common interest, and he supported and encouraged many an initiative that I took for promoting the trust's activities. Observing my interest in R&D and technology development, he asked me one day if I would like to apply for the fellowship of the INAE. I asked him frankly, knowing fully well what the INAE comprises of in terms of fellowship. I asked him frankly if he considered me worthy of even applying for it, let alone being considered for its award. Absolutely, why not, Ajay? INAE indeed will be privileged to have a director technical of EIL as their fellow. I am sure to fill in the form that I am sending you, and I will be the proposer for your application. The fellowship award, Dr. Prasad was the seconder for my application. The fellowship award did not come immediately in the same year, but when it did eventually, he was more happy a person than even I was. It made me feel happier that I was able to justify his confidence in me. After my superannuation from EIL, when I applied and was selected for the visiting professorship role being offered by INAE as a part of their internal programs, he was the first person with whom I shared the news, and he complimented me for having taken up a role to strengthen the industry-academia link, something which was closest to his heart as well. Dr. Prasad Rao was a scholar and a researcher par excellence, but he was a human being of outstanding quality and unmatched humility, modesty, with ease of access that endeared him to the vast majority of chemical scientists and chemical engineers, both within the oil and gas fraternity as well as outside it. I will immensely miss him, but so also will the large family of his well wishers here and elsewhere, including mentees to whom he was a mentor par excellence. I can well imagine the loss suffered by his family and particularly Uday, to whom he was not just a father but a professional mentor, philosopher, and guide. They do not make personalities like him anymore. Thank you for blessing us with his presence in our life.